Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Chris Dost. I want to welcome you back to our Speaking Arabic series. Today is our 5th lesson and we're going to be learning how to say you are hungry, you are thirsty, you are not hungry, you are not thirsty. You want to eat, you want to drink, you do not want to eat, you do not want to drink. Before we get started, however, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, to click the bell so that you can be notified when lessons like this appear in the future. And please be sure to share this video on social media. I really appreciate the support. All right, let's get started, everybody. We're going to start the lesson by reviewing some of the material from lesson 4. So, I do not want to eat, we said literally in Palestinian Arabic is not I want, not I eat. Not I want, not I eat. So we would say ma bdish akul. Ma bdish akul. Ma means not. Bid means want. The I vowel means I. So biddi means I want. But the shin, we call it, the S with the wedge on top of it, that's a symbol that's customarily used in Semitic language books, means not. So mabdish, literally not, want I not, and then akul means I eat. Mabdish akul. Mabdish akul. I do not want to eat. To drink, literally, I drink. Remember we said last time that to drink in English is an infinitive. Well, we don't have infinitives in Arabic. And so in Palestinian Arabic, it's going to be customary to say I drink instead of to drink when it's in the first person. And that would be ashrab, ashrab, ashrab. Remember that the S with the wedge on top, we call it shin, is an SH sound like in the word shoe. I want to drink. Literally, I want, I drink. Biddi ashrab. Biddi ashrab. Biddi ashrab. Biddi ashrab. I do not want to drink. Literally, not I want, not I drink. Not I want, not I drink. Mabdish ashrab. Mabdish ashrab. I want to eat an apple. I want to eat an apple. Well, remember that there is no word for a or an. We call that the indefinite article in English, the indefinite article. There is no word for a or an in Arabic. And so literally what we're going to say is I want, I eat apple. I want, I eat apple. And so that is going to be Bidi akul tufaha. Bidi akul tufaha. Bidi akul tufaha. I do not want to eat an apple. I do not want to eat an apple would be Ma bdish akul tufaha. Ma bdish akul tufaha. Now, it's possible that some of you who have already learned some Palestinian Arabic and are just using these videos to review might say, hey, wait a second, when we want to say I eat in Palestinian Arabic, why aren't you saying okul or okul? And there's a reason for that, which I'm not going to get into right now. But to use the form akol, which is a legitimate form in the region around Palestine, is actually easier for learners, and we'll introduce these alternative forms later. But for now, I do not want to eat an apple, literally, not I want, not I eat apple. Ma bdish akul tufaha. Ma bdish akul tufaha. I want to eat ice cream. I want to eat ice cream. Bidi akul buza. Bidi akul buza. Bidi akul buza. I do not want to eat ice cream. I do not want to eat ice cream. Ma bdish akul buza. Ma bdish akul buza. Ma bdish akul buza. I want to eat bread. I want to eat bread. Bidi akul khubz. Bidi akul khubz. Bidi akul khubz. I want to drink water. I want to drink water. بدي أشرب مية. بدي أشرب مية. I do not want to drink water. I do not want to drink water. ما بديش أشرب مية. ما بديش أشرب مية. I want to drink juice. I want to drink juice. بدي أشرب عصير. بدي أشرب عصير. I do not want to drink juice. I do not want to drink juice. ما بديش أشرب عصير. ما بديش أشرب عصير. Okay, so we're going to now learn how to say you are not hungry or thirsty. You are not hungry or thirsty. And we learned in the last lesson that I, whether for male or female, is أنا. أنا. I. أنا. You, masculine singular, so when we're talking to a male, is going to be أنت. أنت. Some people will spell it with an A at the end. أنت. There's regional variation just within Palestine, so either way is fine. But we're going to spell it here, أنت. We'll talk more about that in later lessons. We'll get into some of the fine points some other time. You, feminine singular, is inti. 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 Now the word for hungry is, in the masculine singular, juran. 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 And remember, the number 3 is used to represent a letter in Arabic called ain, which has the sound. Since we don't have a letter like that in English, we use the number 3 when transliterating the Arabic because this letter in Arabic actually looks like a backwards 3. So in the masculine singular, it's Joan, and in the feminine singular, Joane. 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 Thirsty is Ratshan. Ratshan. That's the masculine singular. And in the feminine singular, it's Ratshane. 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 If we want to say, I am hungry, we say, Ana Joan. That would be the masculine form. Or Ana Joane. That would be the feminine form. Ana Joan for males. Ana Joane for females. But if we want to say, I'm not hungry, we're going to negate the sentence with the word mish. Mish. And so the masculine form for I am not hungry is Ana mish Joan. Ana mish Joan. And I am not hungry for a female would be Ana mish Joane. Ana mish Joane. I am thirsty, I am not thirsty. To say I am thirsty, a male would say Ana Ratshan. Ana Ratshan. And a female would say Ana Ratshane. Ana Ratshane. That would be I am thirsty. I am not thirsty will need to insert the word mish. So a male would say Ana mish Ratshan. Ana mish Ratshan. And a female would say Ana mish Ratshane. Ana mish Ratshane. If we're speaking to a male and we want to say you are hungry, we'll say Inte Joan. Inte Joan. And if we want to say to him you are not hungry, Inte mish Joan. Inte mish Joan. If we want to say you are thirsty to a male, we would say Inte Ratshan. Inte Ratshan. Or are you thirsty? Inte Ratshan. You are not thirsty. Inte mish Ratshan. Inte mish Ratshan. Now to a female, if we want to say you are hungry, we'll say Inti Joane. Inti Joane. And you are not hungry, Inti mish Joane. Inti mish Joane. And if we want to ask the female, are you hungry? Inti Joane? Inti Joane? We simply need a change in the inflection of our voice. You are thirsty. when said to a female? Inti rachane, inti rachane, inti rachane, or are you thirsty? Inti rachane. You are not thirsty. Inti mish rachane, inti mish rachane. Now we said that the word I is ana, ana. But if we want to say I want, we don't need the word ana. Instead, what we do is we take the word bid, which means want, and we add the suffix I. So I want is biddi, biddi. I want, biddi. And that's true for males and for females. We've learned that the word for you in the masculine singular is inte, inte. But if we want to say you want or do you want to a male, we don't need the word inte. What we're going to say is biddek, and that can be a statement or a question. Biddek. It's the word bid for want plus ek for you want. Biddek, biddek. Feminine singular for you is inti, inti. But to say you want or do you want to a female, we don't need inti. Instead, what we're going to say is biddik, biddik. Notice it's very close to the masculine form. The masculine form is biddek with an A, biddek. In the feminine, it's biddik, biddik, often transliterated with an E, sometimes with an I. And that means you want or do you want when speaking to a female. I do not want. Males and females, what they would say is not want I not, and it would be ma bidish, ma bidish, ma bidish. Ma means not, bid means want, the I vowel means I, and the shin at the end means not. Ma bidish. It's also possible to say ma biddi, or also just bidish, bidish. But in these videos, I'm going to teach you the full form so that if you encounter one of the others, you'll have an easier time determining what they mean. So I do not want, whether for a male or female, is ma bidish, ma bidish. You do not want, in the masculine singular, ma bideksh, ma bideksh. Ma meaning not, bid meaning want, ak meaning you, masculine singular, and sh meaning not. Ma bideksh. You can also say ma biddek, or simply bideksh, bideksh. It's also possible to say mabidkash, mabidkash, mabidkash. Now for females, to say you do not want, mabidkish, mabidkish, mabidkish. Now, as we said earlier, to say to eat is really I eat. Akul, akul. Now you'll see here that I've put in red the prefix a. The apostrophe at the beginning of the prefix represents an essentially silent consonant in Arabic that we call hamsa, hamsa. Now the concept of a virtually silent consonant is very strange to speakers of English. I'll get into this in more detail some other time, probably when I teach the Arabic writing system. But for now, I just need you to take my word for it that the apostrophe represents an essentially silent consonant and that the I part of I eat is the a at the beginning. Akol. The a part means I, the kol means eat. I eat. Akol. Now, when we want to say a sentence like you want to eat, what we're really going to say is you want, you eat. So how do we say you eat in the masculine singular form in Palestinian Arabic? This is going to be takol, takol. The ta prefix is the second person masculine singular, meaning you. Ta, ta. Taakol means you eat. What about for females? If we want to say you eat, this is going to be takli. Takli. This is going to have both a prefix, ta, and a suffix, I, at the end. The hypothetical form is in parentheses. To drink will be ashrab, ashrab. To drink in the second person masculine singular, though, will be tishrab, tishrab. And to drink in the feminine singular will be tishrabi, tishrabi, tishrabi. So if I want to say, I want to eat, literally, I want, I eat, I'm going to need to say, biddi akol, biddi akol. Now this might be a little bit confusing. Why is it that I want has the I as a suffix, and I eat has I as a prefix? I'll explain this in detail in a later lesson, but I don't want to get bogged down in rules of Arabic grammar right now. The goal is just to get you speaking Arabic. And so for now, again, you just have to trust me. Biddi akol. I want to eat. Literally, I want, I eat. I do not want to eat would be mabdish akol. Mabdish akol. Remember that the ma in the shin at the end of bidish means not. Mabdish akol. Not want I not I eat. Not want I not I eat. Mabdish akol. And that would be used for males or females. You want to drink, masculine singular. Literally, you want, you drink. Biddak tishrab. Biddak tishrab. Biddak tishrab. You do not want to drink, masculine singular. Mabdaksh tishrab. Mabdaksh tishrab. You want to eat, feminine singular. Literally, you want, you eat. Biddak takli. Biddak takli. You do not want to eat, feminine singular. Mabidkish takli. Mabidkish takli. I want to drink water. Literally, I want to drink water. Biddi ashrab maye. Biddi ashrab maye. You want to eat bread. Biddak taakol khubz. Biddak taakol khubz. You want to drink juice, feminine singular. Biddak tishrabi asir. Biddak tishrabi asir. I am not hungry. I do not want to eat bread. I am not hungry. I do not want to eat bread. Well, a male would say, Ana mish juan. A female would say, Ana mish juane. Ana mish juan, ma badish akul khubz. Ana mish juan, ma badish akul khubz. You are not thirsty, masculine singular. You do not want to drink water. You are not thirsty. You do not want to drink water. Inte mish atshan. Inte mish atshan, ma badaksh tishrab maye. Inte mish atshan, ma badaksh tishrab maye. You are not hungry, you do not want to eat an apple, when said to a female. You are not hungry, you do not want to eat an apple. Inti mish juane. Inti mish juane. Ma bidkish takli tufaha. Inti mish juane. ما بدكيش تاكلي تفاحة. ما بدكيش تاكلي تفاحة. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, to click the bell so that you'll be notified when I publish new videos in this series, and please be sure to share this video on social media. I really appreciate the support. All right, see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.